What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is John, back with another review. Today, a live stream. Christmas passed, and we did a few reviews this holiday season, but actually wanted to do this quick live stream because this is something I received as a gift and wanted to talk about it because it is a product that I have reviewed in the past. Today, we've got the UGG Scuff slipper for men. Usually, I don't put for men or for women in the title, but this is the UGG Scuff slipper for man. You can wear this obviously if you're female, but the sizes will vary depending on the gender, obviously. So we're going to take a look at what comes in the box and compare this actually because there are two different type of UGG Scuff slipper you can get. This is the UGG Scuff leather. You can also get this in UGG Scuff suede. It's $10 less. The suede is $90, and the leather, which this one is $100. So let's go ahead and do an unboxing. First impressions, take a look, and then try them on and see how they fit. But I received these as a gift from my grandmother. She is giving me the option to return them if I don't like them, but I have owned a pair of UGG slippers before and do enjoy wearing them, so won't be returning these anytime soon. And I also thought they would make a really good review. But what I wanted to talk about today was actually if you got this for Christmas like I did, or maybe gave this as a gift, you're good to go because it doesn't matter if you got the leather or the suede. Both actually are the exact same. The only difference is leather and suede. So with the suede, you actually get a choice of not just two colors like you get with the leather upper. The leather is either black or brown. With the suede, you get 6 color choices. So you get brown, you get black, you get green, you get gray, deep ocean, which is blue, midnight, and dusted cocoa. So 6 colors, as where with the leather you get just your choice of 2 colors. There is a price difference of $10. The suede, like I said, are $90, and the leather are $100. But the good news here is if you opted for the cheaper suede, it doesn't matter how it feels, or it shouldn't feel any different on the inside because actually what's really cool and good to see is the makeup, the lining on the inside of the slipper between the suede and the leather is exactly the same. So we're talking 17 millimeter UGG plush, 80% upcycled wool, 20% Tencel lyocell vamp lining, or 17 millimeter UGG plush, 60% upcycled wool, and 40% Tencel lyocell vamp lining. Not sure exactly what vamp means, but you're looking at the same exact numbers between the suede and the leather. You get 17 millimeter sheepskin insole on both the leather and the suede. The only difference between the leather and the suede is, of course, the leather on the leather one and the suede on the suede one. And at that point, you're basically just comparing, which looks better. So, but this is what we have here, and this is what we're going to do a first impressions on. This is the UGG Scuff men's leather slipper for $100. From what I understand, my grandmother purchased this at Dillard's, and actually the one way I know she purchased this at Dillard's is because of this yellow sticker right here. So, and while we're at it, this is what you can expect to get looking at the side of the box, if you're shopping for this in store, you can see the size on the side of the box is a size 12, and you can see the color as well as the barcode and the model of the slipper. It's clear to see this is the Scuff. But while we're at it, this is a size 12. Me, I typically wear a size 11, but because this is an open heel slipper, it's a house slipper, not planning on wearing this outside to do any type of strenuous activity. So a 12 should be good for me. My grandmother was giving me the option to return these if they didn't fit well, but like I said, we're wearing these around the house, so a size 12 should be good enough. And actually, I'm pretty sure my slippers for the house are 12 already. They're just not an UGG slipper. Just an ugly old deer foam slipper from Walmart. These were, I think, $12. And you can see fared pretty well, but are not this beautiful plush wool lining of the UGG. So let's go ahead and get into these, and let me give you my first impressions, how comfortable they are. And now that we have all the tags removed, you can see we've got two beautiful, just simple, stylish leather. They're black UGG men's Scuff slipper. Let's go ahead and see how comfortable they are. And let my facial expression be the first impressions for you. By the way, I've got thick socks on. It's chilly outside. It's not freezing, but it's cold enough that it would warrant socks, thick socks. But we're taking those off and going barefoot in the UGG, not only to get a good idea if a size 12 is good enough, but to give you a good idea just how comfortable and plush this sandal is on foot. And let me just say, so far so good. This UGG men's Scuff slipper is extremely comfortable. I've got the right pair, the right foot in hand. The left UGG is on my foot as we speak. So I can actually give you a really good first impressions what it feels like on foot and show you what it looks like at the same time in hand. And what I can say is, first of all, it's a size 12. Me being a size 11, typically, this fits great. It feels snug as bug and a rug wanting to give you a hug. It's comfortable. It's warm. It actually takes the place of the sock that I just took off my foot. Of course, if you're getting into bed and you want to keep your feet warm, I would keep the sock on because this is not something you would wear into bed, but it is warm enough. It can keep your foot warm if you have just your foot inside. But one of the things that I just wanted to give you my first impressions on with this on foot is this, I think, will break in and fit more comfortable and more loose over time. It's a pretty wide slipper. I wouldn't say this can accommodate a wide foot, however. So if you're someone with a big, wide foot, maybe do look for this in a wide, because me having, just your average foot, your average narrow foot, the size 12 is still snug on the foot. But I do still have room in the heel. But I digress. I do think these will eventually loosen up and actually fit looser, given that they are a size 12. But that did actually lead to a conclusion that is important to mention, and that is, if you have a wide foot, definitely look at getting this in a wide because it is narrow. But I do think it will break in and get looser over time. Just not loose enough if you have a wide foot. But that being said, sort of confidence inspiring. They feel good on the foot. They feel secure on the foot. Like I can walk around with them, get up, do errands around the house in them, even though they are just a size too big. So that has been just a first impressions unboxing. You don't get much in the box with the UGG men's Scuff slipper. As you saw, just some packaging material. And then, of course, the sandal themselves or the slipper themselves. And also, just in case you were wondering, you get a couple of tags on the inside of the slipper. You can read what that says. It says UGG Plush, and it actually outlines what the material is. And then a second product card, which gives you even more information. So you can see for yourself. But like we talked about at the beginning of the video, with the UGG men's Scuff slipper, it doesn't matter if you get the leather or the suede. They should fit exactly the same and be as comfortable as one another. Like I said, irregardless if you get the suede or the leather. The leather are $10 more expensive. Are they worth it? I don't think so, because they, at the end of the day, are the exact same fitting and feeling. But if you want, I guess, the more premium look of the leather, go for the leather. You get this heat embossed stamp UGG logo on the leather, and you also get that for the suede. Just wanted to throw that in there before we close this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions. This is the UGG men's Scuff leather slipper. I got this as a Christmas gift. My grandmother purchased these at Dillard's. They're a size too big, but I wouldn't return them for being too big. They're comfortable, they're plush feeling, they're warm, and they fit great, actually. But like I said, if you have a big, wide foot, if you're bigger than the average Joe, you can see from in the video my size just based on my appearance. So I have a pretty average narrow foot, and it feels it fits in this slipper snugly, meaning if you've got a big wide foot, definitely try to get this in a wide because it won't fit. But okay, that has just been a quick unboxing, first impressions, and review. Really good stuff. This is an extremely comfortable slipper. This premium leather upper. The lamb's wool lining is soft, it's warm, and at the same time, supportive. Like I said, if I wanted to run errands or do chores around the house, I could absolutely positively get them done wearing this. My name is John. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I continue to look forward to making videos this year. This is the UGG Men's Scuff Leather Snipper. See you guys in the next video.